On the program today, Alexan Balakian, a sportscaster, a radio sportscaster. We're going to hear from him about all the latest issues and goings-on in sports. We'll also hear a couple of his radio rants. They're funny. They're fun. We're going to have a lot of fun on the set today. The showroom floor here at Ventura TV. You're watching Connect with me. I'm your host, John Malos. Back in a moment.
Tonight I want to discuss the importance of the television medium to the American people.
Hello again, I'm John Malos. Hope you had a great weekend. You're watching Connect with me live here from the showroom floor at Ventura TV on Comcast Channel 187 and 43.6. That's the only time I'm going to say that today, okay? I almost said it again. I held back. All right. It's Comcast 187 and 43.6 if you have an antenna. On the program today, a very interesting guy. He is a sportscaster. I love listening to his radio program on KMJ 105.9. It's the FM side. He's got a radio program on there each and every day starting at 6 o'clock. Alexan Balakian, one of the better sportscasters in town. I was in the KMJ studios on Friday and talked to Alexan and sat in on his radio show. Now, very interesting. He had a rant. You know, that's what happens in radio sometimes. You just rant. I don't rant too much on this show. Well, you haven't heard me rant yet. I might before the half hour is over. But let's listen to Alexan Balakian talking about Nick Watney on Friday afternoon, late in the day, midway through the golf tournament.
Oh, just like an old pro, Nick Watney, the former Bulldog. I mean, did that reporter, that's Michael Collins, by the way, of ESPN.com, did he imply that Nick Watney's wife, the reason why he shot a 64 is because she couldn't talk, because she had a root canal? I mean, he throws down a 64 on the scorecard, and the first question is, oh, how about your wife's root canal? Hardy har har. I mean, you get a good night's sleep because your wife can't talk? She can't nag you? Is that why he shot a 64? I mean, just listen to this again. I mean, really?
Alexan Balakian talking about Nick Watney's wife, of course, on Friday afternoon, midway through that golf tournament. We're going to talk to Alexan. He's a local guy, born in Fresno, went to Fresno State, got his first broadcasting job down in, where was it? Victoria, Texas. Then he went to San Antonio, came back home to Fresno to KC24, went on to KMPH for about a month or two, and then landed at KMJ, where he's a very entertaining guy. In fact, he's on in the mornings with Ray Appleton, but I like listening to his radio program because of what you just heard. We're going to be back in a moment to talk to Alexan and much more in just a moment. You're watching Connect with me.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the save energy, save time, save money place. The Energy Star qualified, ready, steam equipped, high efficiency Frigidaire affinity place. You heard right. Right now, save big on select Frigidaire laundry pairs and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months. At the hometown low price, think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
And welcome back to Connect with me. I'm John Malos. Glad to welcome in Alexan Balakian on the program.
Sir?
Hey, good to see you
too.
This Monday morning. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
So how was the weekend?
Well, it was busy as usual. I golfed another 105, and then
Really?
Yeah. Did I say that out loud?
I don't know. I just wondered, did
I think
your
I just
wife
did.
nag you at all over
No,
the
she
weekend?
was having a root canal, so she couldn't, and so that's why I golfed a 105. No, that was funny
She's
stuff.
going to give you a root canal when you
I'm
get home
sure
tonight.
of it. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. You know,
What was that all about?
well, that was Michael Collins, an ESPN.com reporter, and after Watney shot a 64, he asked him, hey, you know, is it because your wife had a root canal? And, you know, Nick Watney is a shy, timid guy, and, you know, he doesn't come out of his shell too often, but he goes, that's funny, and then he moves on and says, hey, you know, I thought I shot well. it's just
Hardy, har, har.
Hardy, har, har. You just don't open up with that as a lead-in question to a fine opening round, or a second round. But Nick Watney, he fell short this weekend. I was disappointed, but
I know he didn't do that well. He kind of faded.
Yeah, a triple bogey on the par 5 7th hole. That never works out. That's Balakianitis right there. That's what happens.
I know. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, that's a rash you don't want on the golf course.
Yeah, don't give it away, because we got another piece of sound video.
Oh no.
We talk about that. Anyway, hey, let's get to the news of the day right off the bat. What do you make of Margie Wright retiring? She made the announcement yesterday.
At the beginning of the season, we always have an introductory interview with Margie Wright on KMJ, and it's just kind of like a prelude to the season. And I kind of sensed from that interview that was going to be the last time we would do one of those, because I felt like this was the year. This was going to be her last swan song.
What gave you that sense?
I just felt like
gut instinct.
Gut instinct. 27 years. She's 59 years old. I think she just knew when to bow out. There are some coaches in the world today that just don't know when to leave the game.
Do you think Do you think maybe what was going through her mind was, hey, what else do I have to accomplish? I've got 1,291 wins, the winningest coach in Division I, a 13-time Hall of Famer. Do you want me to go on?
Well,
I mean, what else is there to do?
She needs her own Cooperstown just to house all her achievements. I mean, she's not only a Bulldog legend when it comes to coaching, she's iconic in the coaching world. She's like a Pat Summitt. She's like a John Wooden. She is, a Phil Jackson, so to speak, a Red Auerbach. She is one of those coaches that transcended her sport. That's what she did.
Will she look back and say, hey, I won a national title, I've got 17 conference titles? What will that mean to her as she looks back?
I think she would probably, if she was sitting right here and talking to you, I think she would probably say her biggest achievement was not only graduating her girls, but turning them into fine young women. A lot of them went on to the Olympic Games. She helped them win gold medals in the Olympics. And not only that, she provided a brand new stadium in Bulldog Diamond. She won a national championship. She put them on the national map before any other program really at Fresno State. While Boyd Grant was putting Fresno State basketball on the map, it was really Margie Wright who really turned Fresno State into a national name, so to speak.
All right, the other news of the day was Jalen Saunders transferring to Oklahoma, of course. Don't get too much into the football because we're going to talk about that a little later, but what does that mean to Bulldog football, losing him?
I think you lose a big play receiver, but in the new look offense, it just wasn't going to fit Jalen Saunders' game.
Why not?
Jalen Saunders likes to go deep. He likes to run.
Why won't that fit into the current system with Tim DeRuyter?
Tim DeRuyter and the offensive coordinator Dave Schramm, they like quick hits, 3-step drop, get rid of the ball. Let's make fast decisions, because that does not enable the defense to react to what's going on fast. That's the difference in the offense. This is the difference between Pat Hill and Tim DeRuyter is let's keep coming at the defense, hit. Where Pat Hill was, I'm methodically going to take you down the field.
The difference would be to compare, say, the West Coast Bill Walsh offense to an Al Davis deep route, right?
So to speak, yeah. I mean,
kind of.
The nuances in football today is really let's draw some lines in the sand and see who's open.
Right.
I mean, it's really that crazy. I mean, the offense has changed so much. The playbooks are very simple now. Fresno State will turn into an Oregon and an Oklahoma State. That's what you're going to see this year at Fresno State.
All right. Do you want to hear another Balakian rant?
Oh, do I?
Would you like to? Can you turn and look at the monitor? Are you able to do that? All right. This is Balakianitis talking about Tiger Woods on Friday. Let's take a listen.
Should we talk about Tiger, or he's almost Mr. Irrelevant these days when you talk about the PGA Tour? Tiger Woods. Man, he's got Balakianitis on the golf course. You know what that is, don't you? It's a bad disease. You break out in a rash. It's where you go into every hazard, every bunker. You kind of sail over the gallery. You're far into the woods. That's Tiger's game right now. It's got Balakianitis. That's bad. When you got that going for you, you're just not going to make the cut. Tiger Woods not making the cut again.
Again.
I've been
Again.
closer to 15
Balakianitis.
years.
I hadn't
Yeah.
heard that term before.
You haven't?
No.
Just get on the golf course. It'll attack you like wildfire.
Well, I have to go out with you.
Oh, boy. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
What, do you end up in the sand?
Well, I basically touch every inch of the golf course.
Really?
Yes. See,
You get out of bounds?
See,
you-
over at Copper River, they have made a new picture, fix your divot. Just look at me. I'm in the dictionary. Fix your divot. My picture is right there.
Is that right?
Yeah, because I fix every divot on the golf course because I'm making them, basically.
All right. I love your radio program, but we're going to get back to Fresno State football now. Since you
Okay.
talked about Tiger Woods and Balakianitis, all right, we're going to talk about Pat Hill-itis. Last December, just a few months ago, he announced that, the university announced that they were firing him. Okay. He held a news conference, no questions. He went on for 15 minutes. Let's listen to a very emotional Pat Hill.
Today, I bring closer to 15 years. And I want to talk about that a little bit today. And just so that y'all know, I'm not taking any questions afterwards. I've answered your questions for 15 years. Some of them have been great. And so there will be no questions. There will be no interviews by me. Once I'm done, I'm done. But I was up late last night. I wrote a lot of stuff, but knowing me, I've never written anything in my life. I just talk from the heart. And when I accepted this job, I came in with great energy and enthusiasm, just like I'm leaving today.
What will it mean to Fresno State losing a guy like Pat Hill after 15 years?
Well, I think that coaches come and go in sports today almost like we take showers.
But he was here 15 years.
He was here 15 years. And in standards, that is really epic in any sport these days to stay that long. I mean, what coaches do we know stay that long at any university or any professional outfit as well? What Pat Hill did here, really, what Jim Sweeney, he kind of got the baton from Jim Sweeney, and then he took it to a whole different level. He brought it to a national map. But this was one of those cases where I think the fans in general were just kind of feeling stale about the program. I think they wanted new blood. They wanted a new face, new energy, and Tim DeRuyter's bringing that into the program. I think this was just a case that Pat Hill did all he could at a university the way he wanted to do it.
Did he run his course?
He did. I think he did.
He wore his welcome out.
I wish I could have seen him punctuate it, though. I really wanted to see that. But
because he did care about the students and the athletes.
In fact, the one thing that I take away from Pat Hill is the graduation rate. It was well below 50% when he arrived. It was well over 80% when he left.
Right.
I mean, and that's the difference, because in today's day and age, you got to graduate players.
Yeah. A lot more to talk about with Alexan Balakian. He is our guest here. You can listen to him, of course, Monday through Friday on 105.9 FM on your dial, KMJ. That's Alexan. More of our conversation in just a moment.
Wanting stainless steel appliances? We make stainless painless.
Right now, stainless is a steal at Ventura TV Video Appliance. Why not upgrade every appliance in the kitchen?
Got it?
Like Frigidaire's 30-inch stainless steel electric cooktop, now just $349. And Frigidaire's 18 cubic foot refrigerator with glass shelves is only $599.
Upgrade to stainless steel at Ventura TV Video Appliance today and save.
This guys is great.
Welcome back. You're watching Connect with me. I'm John Malos here with Alexan Balakian talking about football and the Bulldogs. I pulled some articles. Growing pains. That's the new football coach, Tim DeRuyter, of course, at Fresno State. And then I've got the Fresno State schedule. But he was hired shortly after Pat Hill was fired at Fresno State. Here's just a bit of his news conference. You can listen in.
Hey, what a great day in the Valley. What a great day to be a Bulldog. Couldn't be more excited about this opportunity. To take over the program here at Fresno State is a dream for me, and I really look forward to building champions and building on the foundation that's been laid.
All right. This article right here says growing pains. This is out of the Fresno Bee. Is it accurate? Is he going to have growing pains in this valley here?
I think anytime you have a new head coach and he's implementing his new plan with players that don't know his plan, that are used to an old system, getting used to, and really a 180 here. You're going to go from basically, up the shoot running game.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah,
he's going to be more wide
He's going to
open.
spread it wide open. I mean, this is going to be 4 or 5 receivers wide. You'll have Derek Carr in the shotgun. You may see Derek Carr run a lot more. Robbie Rouse will come out of the backfield and catch a lot more. I don't know about this. The only thing about this article, Growing Pains, is that you got a lot of new head coaches in the Mountain West Conference, and that's basically what it's saying.
Right.
There was also an article in Sporting News that ranked Tim DeRuyter second to last as coaches to succeed this next year in the Mountain West Conference, which I don't believe in that. I think that a lot of these coaches are going to have so-called growing pains, but I think Tim DeRuyter has an experienced team with his playbook, and I think that'll pay dividends.
First year in the Mountain West Conference for Fresno State, but you talk about growing pains. Is he going to have to warm up to the alumni and the fans here at Fresno State as well as put the W's up on the board?
I think first and foremost, you always want the W's. That's what the fans are looking for right now.
Good way to warm up.
Right,
huh?
Good way to warm up. That's how you get real hot real quick. And I think fans will be patient with this guy. This is what they wanted. They wanted spread them out. Let's go down the field. Basketball on grass kind of offense. That's what they wanted. That's what they will get. And I think Tim DeRuyter will deliver because he has one guy that will make it happen. That's Derek Carr.
I know. I was just going to ask.
Derek Carr. I have said.
I got 2 words for you. Derek Carr.
and I'll say this. I've said this before. Derek Carr will be a number 1 pick in the NFL draft in 2 years, just like his brother.
Think so?
Just like his brother David was.
Will he be better than David?
I think he has a better arm than David. And I think he'll have more of a successful career because he won't be thrown into the fire like David was. David was on his back his entire rookie season at Houston.
Yeah.
That won't happen to Derek Carr.
Yeah, and that messed with his head, too.
It did. You can hear the footsteps right now.
I know. Robbie Rouse is in the backfield.
Yes, and he's a back-to-back 1,000-yard rusher. I don't know if he'll gain over 1,000 yards rushing in this particular offense, but what he will do is he will make defenses honest by sticking with him in the backfield, which will open up the field down the way. I think that Isaiah Burse is going to have a great year, and look out for this guy, Victor Dean. Victor Dean is going to be a big play receiver this year.
Okay, we got to catch up on time because we went long in the last block. We're going to continue our conversation with Alexan Balakian, the one and only. See if I've had my root canal. No, I don't want a root canal. Not anytime soon. Anyway, we'll be back in just a moment.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the save energy, save time, save money place. The Energy Star qualified #1 rated high efficiency Cabrio from Whirlpool Place. You heard right. Right now, save big on select Whirlpool Cabrio laundry pairs and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months. At the hometown low price, think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Warning, warning. Danger, danger. A strange world is on Me TV.
A world somehow like ours, but of incredible darkness and fear.
What is the show called?
It has been called many different names by many different cultures.
Oh, I know. It's called Lost in Space. Saturday at 8, 7 Central on Me TV.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the low price leading brands reliable advice place. The Whirlpool Dream Kitchen Get Yours Today place. Check this out. Right now, get huge savings on select Whirlpool appliances and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months. At the hometown low price, think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
And welcome back to Connect with me. I'm John Malos along with Hector Coronado. And Hector, we've got a beautiful dishwasher from Frigidaire. Tell me about it. Well, specifically talk about the quietness of this unit here.
Frigidaire is a very quiet unit. This is a very quiet unit here, so when it's in use, you can hardly hear it in the house.
So I don't have to crank up my television in the other room, right?
No, you don't. But then, they also have like a delay, so just in case you want to do the dishes when you're going to go to work or, something like that, so you don't have to hear. But it is a very quiet unit.
In case you didn't know, or our viewers didn't know, water meters are on the way. If they haven't already been installed in your neighborhood, they will arrive very soon. So the big question about this unit is, will it save you water, which means it'll save you money?
Exactly. It's very energy efficient. It does about 3 gallons of water per load, and it's also very low on PG&E. They say if you do 4 loads a week, you're doing about $32 a year in use. That's very low. Very low.
Of course, that's very important, especially with water meters coming into your neighborhood soon. How long does it take once you put the load in this thing? Let's open this up and take a look at it. Once you put the load in, how long will it take to wash?
The average is about 2 hours for a full load, but it's so efficient that it's going to use very little electricity to run and very little water, but it is about an average of 2 hours for a full load of laundry. I'm wrong here, of dishes. And then because you do have your stainless interior, that makes the drying cycle just a little bit less. So it's an energy saving on that.
All right, I won't put my undershirts in here. I promise I won't.
I got that across today.
Anyway, it's energy efficient as well, as you mentioned.
Very energy efficient. 3 to 3.5 gallons of water, and because of the stainless interior, it's going to give you a lot less drying time, about a good 15% less.
And the price—that's the most important thing.
The average price on this unit is about $649. We are at $499, but right now for our viewers out there, we're going to take $100 off, and we're going to put this unit at $399.
$399, good till noon tomorrow for the Connect With Me viewers here on Comcast 187. I said I wasn't going to say it, but I did. That's twice I said it today. That's all right. So how does that compare to others?
Similar models are about $599, between $599 and $649. I was looking online this morning, and we have this at the regular $499, but we're going to do $399 for our viewers.
Yeah, so you're saving a couple of $100 right off the bat just by buying it here at Ventura TV. How do you do it each and every day?
We belong to a nationwide buying group, so then sometimes we get special buys that become our exclusive buys here at the store, so then we stay competitive with the similar models out there, and then we roll the savings over to our customers.
All right, Ventura TV here since 1951. Hector, thank you very much. How do you get here? That's the big question. Hey, if you're coming from River Park, just hit 41. You're 12 minutes away. If you are in Clovis, you're 14 to 16 minutes away off the 168. And from Highway 99, very simple. You just get off on Ventura Avenue. It's 5 minutes away, not far from Sullen Arena, not far from the Fresno Fairgrounds. Back with more of my interview with Alexan Balakian in just a moment. Don't go away.
Sunday night.
Let's move.
A perfect night for crime. A perfect night for me.
You've got to help me.
Me TV, that is. With detectives.
My name is Gunn.
Fugitives.
I didn't kill her.
Guns. Surly.
This is the Twilight Zone.
And much, much more.
You'll go along with that, won't you?
Sunday Night Noir. Starting at 10/9 Central on Me TV.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the low-price leading brand's reliable advice place. The Frigidaire Gallery Dream Kitchen Get Yours Today place. You with me? Right now, get huge savings on select Frigidaire Gallery appliances and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months at the hometown low-price Think Outside the Big Box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
Welcome back to Connect With Me. I'm John Malos, back with my friend here, Alexan Balakian. Glad to have you along. By the way, I don't want to mention that Nicole Garcia, the weekend anchor at KMPH, she's a reporter during the week, an outstanding journalist, is your wife. You were married just a year ago, right?
Just a year ago, a little over that, and so the honeymoon's over.
Yeah, the honeymoon's over. That's right. The root canal begins.
Oh, there you have it. There you have it. That's right.
All right. We're going to talk about a more serious subject now, and that is, of course, the apparent suicide of Junior Seau last week, former San Diego Charger great. He was only 43 years old. Let's listen to you talking on the radio on Friday with Steve Gonzalez about Junior Seau and what that conversation was all about.
It went back to the Leatherheads, really, when you think about it. But back then, you can't blame football. These guys wanted to go back. Wait a minute. These guys wanted to go back into the game. They wanted to not lose their starting position.
A lot of it is the coaches told them, you got to play through it. Shake it off. Be a tough guy.
All right, the conversation there between you and Steve Gonzalez basically was that Junior Seau, he was trying to make the argument that Junior Seau purposely shot himself in the chest so he could preserve his own brain, so they could do research. You didn't necessarily agree with that.
No, I didn't buy that, because I think in a moment of weakness, I don't think that's what a person is thinking right before they kill themselves. And Junior Seau is a unique case because I have never seen a guy as happy as him, always smiling, giving off the effect that he is happy-go-lucky.
He was Mr. San Diego.
He was Mr. Everything. I mean, he's one of the bigger names in the National Football League. 20 years, playing in his career. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. He may be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And in just 2 years of retirement, shoot himself in the heart, which I believe is the one place it was the biggest for him. He had the biggest heart in the world.
Why do you think he did it? I mean, we'll never know.
I don't even want to speculate, because I just don't know. How sick was he to shoot himself in the heart? Because to me, if you're having concussions, if you're having headaches, if your mind is messed up, what's the one thing you do want to shoot?
Maybe
your
he
head,
missed
right?
the sound, the cheer of the crowd, the game, the competition, the camaraderie. Maybe that all had something to do with it. We don't really know.
I think it had a lot to do with it. I think these guys retire. I know a lot of guys that are retired from the National Football League, and they say to themselves all the time, we wish we were in the locker room. I want to be the center of attention. I want to be the guy that's out there on Sundays, guys that count on me to make big plays. And Junior Seau did that for 20 years, and all of a sudden, it's gone.
I know now they're trying to protect the players of the game. They're trying to protect the quarterback. They're trying to develop safety in terms of helmets, safety in terms of padding. You're not allowed to hit with your head any longer like you used to a long time ago. But you can't totally take the risk and the danger out of the game of football. It's a violent game.
Yeah.
Am I right?
It's a gladiator sport. And back to the Leatherheads up until now, I think what they're trying to do is make sure that players can still hit hard, tackle legally, and still play the game with the bravado and the violence that it is, but also somehow protect them as well. The pads are different. The helmet has more padding inside of it. All the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell is saying, hey, look, don't lead with your head, because not only will you be fined, you'll be suspended. And we want to keep the players that are making the game fun in the game. Otherwise, we're not watching, right? We want Peyton Manning there. We want the Tim Tebows in there. We want, Aaron Rodgers and Eli Manning. We want those guys. We want to see them play.
Hey, let me ask you something. You enjoy doing your radio show? Because I watched you on 24. Mm-hmm. I watched you on 26. Now you're doing the radio rants. Yeah. You're doing root canals on KMJ. So how are you enjoying that?
It's a different arena. Usually when you're doing this kind of job, you're in front of the television screen. You're reporting it, and you're not giving your opinion. In this case, I've made the transition to giving my opinion a little bit more, and I enjoy it. I think it's fun, and what the show.
You got a cast of characters.
We do.
We got Steve Gonzalez.
We have Steve Gonzalez. We got Miss Kitty, who is our ring girl, and we have Mark Holste, who's our producer.
That's right. He's a
so
good guy.
We're all together on game days as well for Fresno State, and we become a real tight-knit group. This is our 4th year doing it now, and we launched it back in 2009, and we're going strong. We have a big rating, and fans that are listening, we appreciate that.
Well, maybe you can help boost our ratings here on Connect with Me. We just started a month ago.
Whatever I can do. As long as I get that dishwasher over there.
You want that dish? It's $3.99 for you, $4.99.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm just kidding. Anyway, would you come back?
Absolutely.
We had a lot of fun.
Sure.
Talking about root canals. And by the way, tell Nicole, take it easy. You use a little Novocaine tonight.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, good thing.
Alexan, thank you so much.
It.
I enjoy your radio show.
You got it.
You can catch Alexan, of course, weeknights on KMJ 105.9. Tomorrow, Chuck Dowd. He's the owner of the Madera Tribune. It'll be business day. See you tomorrow.
Tonight I want to discuss the importance of the television medium to the American people.
Want more of me?
Me?
Go to MeTVFresno.com for schedules, information on your favorite shows, videos, pictures, and more. Go to MeTVFresno.com today. Exclusively brought to you by Ventura TV.